y'all love God. And today I'm going to be sharing the testimony of how I got out of fapping. Now, fapping is something that I looked at as a little kid as weird and disgusting and gross, and how I would never do it. You know what I'm saying? I tell myself these things, not really having a basis to stand on. When I heard the term beating meat, I thought it was fake. I thought people didn't do it, but people really did beat their meat. You know what I'm saying? They really did. And I didn't even know the reason people did it. I thought it was just a fun sport people did. This is like middle school though. I have to take it back. I have to take it back to the early years. As a small kid, I'm gonna say from the age of 0, like a couple months to about 5, I was very happy. I was raised on Bible, you know what I'm saying? Bible beliefs, Bible principles. Had a lot to do, you know what I'm saying? I went to daycares, I went to after school. I had 1, 2, 3 friends, I'll say, like just off the top of my head. I didn't have many though when I was very little, you know, like daycare, preschools, and stuff like that. That was good sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Not all the time. I really started acting up at like 5 when we had to move to this place called Gracewood, right? And Gracewood essentially is a group of cottages basically for single struggling moms. So I was a product of that. In a way, like Gracewood is where a lot of my fun started, a lot of why I'm able to open up to people, you know what I'm saying? Being in that environment, that really made me feel good. That was great, having my friends and having families come over and sleepovers. It was a good time. I loved it. I loved every second of it, and I wish it never ended, but it did. 6, 7 is where my teeth started to come in, you know what I'm saying? They started to fall out and come in, and they started like, be right here. They're like this now, you know what I'm saying? But they used to be horrible. In my eyes, I was like, I want straight teeth. You know what I'm saying? Every kid, you know what I'm saying? You see kids and their teeth falling out, they growing in straight. You just look at yours and you're like, why can't mine do the same? Just having to deal with that, God didn't make me to have straight teeth. I guess there's a reason he didn't want me to have that. Other kids picking on me because of that, and also because not fat, but muscle came in. And so I registered as fat at the time, but I can look back on the pictures like I was a stocky kid. Like I looked like I was ready to beat somebody up. I was a stocky kid, but like because I saw every other kid and I thought, hey, he's skinny, he's just fine, he's healthy, you know what I'm saying? He gets to run around, he gets to have his clothes fit him a certain way, you know what I'm saying? I want that. I did want it, but I couldn't have it because it's like every time I went somewhere, it just was hard. I don't know, it was just hard to like be seen as the other kids. So this is like age 6, 7, all the way to about 12, 11 was kind of, you know what I'm saying? It was all right. 10 as well, it was okay, but like it was still like in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying? It was taking effect on me, you know what I'm saying, in the back of my mind. So low self-esteem really kind of molded me, also because my dad left, my father left, so it's just a lot of things I was dealing with, you know what I'm saying? These are personal things. On the outside, people were doing stuff for me. They're going out of their way to make sure I had a good time as a kid. It was just me. I was just dealing with these things inside, and I don't think people really understood, you know what I'm saying, why I was acting like the way I was acting at that point. I don't know. I started to just act up, you know what I'm saying? I started to act bad, go with the bad kids and doing bad things. And so yeah, I felt like I was unattractive from like 6 to 10. Even now, I feel like I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm overly attractive. Oh yeah, let me tell this though. Let me back it up just to like 8, 9 years old real quick. I would come to school with these like hand-me-down clothes and like this hand-me-down shoes, and I'm just trying to like say like my clothes and the way I carried myself, all of it was just poor. I come back to the house when I'm 8, 9 and I'm like packing up my bags and I'm taking all the stuff off my bed because we got an eviction notice for 30 days, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, dude. At 10, I was cleaning the whole house, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was scared, you know what I'm saying? I was actually seeing that there was value in the stuff that I had because I felt like I was gonna lose it. That was the craziest part probably in my whole life, was just feeling like I was gonna lose something like I've never felt like that. Even to this day, I've never felt like that. I haven't experienced much, but like out of what I've experienced so far, I've never experienced something like that. That was real fear. That was real torment, you know what I'm saying? Because we could have been on the street and we were looking at actually being on the street or in some type of shelter. So from getting bullied to like being afraid that I was gonna be on the street, my mom even had an idea we were gonna have to sell water bottles on the side of the road to like get funds up because it was so bad. I don't know. I don't really like to go there. I'm smiling now, but I'm smiling because I'm trying to hide, like, you know what I'm saying? That was interesting. That was an interesting time in my life. Kind of want to talk more about when I was 5, but I guess we already passed that. But just know that those were the best years of my life. 2012, 2011, you know what I'm saying? Like, those were the good days. I don't know what happened to the world, what happened to music. Ice Spice, Sexy Red, I don't know what happened to those good vibes, you know what I'm saying? The pop hits, you know what I'm saying, on 2011 radio. I don't know what happened to any of that. We're here now, so whatever. I can't even complain about it. But let's move on to like when I was, let's see, 11, 12. Now, remember I told you the house in Katy we had, right? It wasn't a house, it was an apartment. The apartment we had in Katy, we wound up almost getting kicked out of that. What happened though, when we couldn't pay the rent, is we went to this foundation called TBCH. Now, TBCH is a parent to Gracewood. So Gracewood was a branch of TBCH. TBCH is like the main headquarters for everything. Texas Baptist Children's Home. And so we went there for a little bit. From 10 to 12, I was there. That was some of the best times. Remember, I told you when I was 5 at Gracewood, that was the best. But this was coming close. I'm not even gonna lie. We were always going on trips, and I went camping, and we went, bowling, skating. I remember I had a lot of friends there. It was always good to ride my bike around the little, you know what I'm saying, the track. It was crazy. It was good. It felt really good. It's just bliss. TBCH was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. That was my first memories in middle school, which, let me get to that. Middle school was okay. Like, I only did the 6th grade, but middle school was okay. Like, it wasn't that bad. I was cool with everyone almost. In 6th grade, I couldn't be bothered to care what other people were thinking. Like, I had passed that. 6th grade was a good year. Like, I have no complaints about that. But 7th grade comes around and my mom's like, I want to homeschool you guys. And I was like, what? Want to homeschool? This is not from COVID. My mom just wanted to homeschool us. So I was like, all right. Me and my brothers were like, we're not going to be homeschooled. It's going to be fine. August 16th, 2019, we finally got homeschooled. That was weird because we didn't even do homeschool most of the time. Most of that year was not homeschool. We were just sitting around and just doing random stuff. I was on my phone most of the day. It just wasn't that good. And so what me and my brothers decided to do was a thing called the Alliance. Now, the Alliance was a understanding between me and my brothers, like, yo, if you don't tell about my stuff, I won't tell about yours. So this included this included music we shouldn't have been listening to, and we would all be cursing with each other. And we all just were bad until one day something so bad happened, something so devastating. I heard about, I can't tell on camera, but like something so bad to the point to where like I had to like say, hey, like we can't do this anymore if this is gonna happen. Like, so my phone got taken away. I had no computer. I couldn't do anything else but like do schoolwork and go outside. Like I couldn't do anything else. Same thing for my brothers as well. So what happened there was I couldn't do basically anything. You know what I'm saying? My mom didn't trust me to do anything. So it got to the point to where I slowly started getting my stuff back, and I wasn't doing anything like mischievous anymore. Like I wasn't trying to beat around the bush, or I wasn't trying to watch this or that. But out of doing these good deeds and doing these good works, you know what I'm saying, I got my computer back. I just got up and was doing anything basically I could to like get my privileges back, because we had just like collaborated to do the most maniacal, mischievous, cynical stuff, the most heinous acts on the internet me and my brothers was making, you know what I'm saying? And so then 2022 rolls up, I'm making beats, I'm doing what I need to do, and basically it pays off. Like I make a cool almost $1,000 from these beats, right? But also what happened in 2022 was the start of the Nofap, the Fap itself. That's what started. My birthday is March 3rd, right? So we're going out, right, for the weekend, and I didn't expect to do this at all, but my dad books like a hotel for the weekend for us to stay and everything. So on my birthday itself, I was making beats until like 5 a.m. Then my mom's like, you gotta go to sleep, dude. You got a whole birthday party, whatever, planned. You know what I'm saying? You need to go to bed. So I go to bed. I wake up. I'm going with my dad. It's March 4th now. So we're at this hotel, and I'm basically scrolling through ASMR videos, right? Because I always watch ASMR when I went with my dad. Every month he would come for the weekend. So I always watch ASMR when I'm with my dad. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to, you know what I'm saying? I had to get it in, you know what I'm saying? Cause like it's not porn, but it's just as good as porn if we're being real, right? It's just as good. There's girls that are licking mics on there and everything like that. Like I don't even have to go too deep into detail. Like you can search ASMR and then like, you You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I watched that before and I just was, you know what I'm saying, cool. But that particular time, my dad was telling me about masturbation in middle school back when I was there. You know what I'm saying? They're telling me about masturbation. You know what I'm saying? Every man did it, you know what I'm saying? Every man felt or seemed like they were, you know what I'm saying, had an aura to them, you know what I'm saying? They had like this, now that I fat, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was like, let me just try this. I've tried countless times before, bro. I've tried countless times before, but this particular time I was like, let me just try this real quick. It has to work, you know what I'm saying? So it's March 4th, the day after my birthday. I go in the bathroom, I lock the door, right? And I'm just scrolling through these like ASMR videos, but then I go to pole dancing, right? And so I'm watching these girls hit this floor work, right? It's floor play or whatever they call it. And I'm like, let me just try this real quick. Like, what bad can happen, bro? Like, all men do this, you know what I'm saying? Why would I not do it? That doesn't make any sense. So what basically happens then, right, was I tried it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going hard and I'm trying. Nothing's working, you know what I'm saying? So then I turn on another video rolls up. I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna do it. This has to work. It works for every man, and you finally become a man once you do this. So I'm seeing this girl doing something on a pole, and that, I guess, sets it off to where I actually do it. And I'm shocked. Like, I'm looking at myself like, first of all, that was the best feeling of my life. Second, I'm a man now, you know what I'm saying? And now I don't have to look at other men like they have something that I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a mutual understanding that we're both men and we both done the deed, and it's just like that, you know what I'm saying? So I come out of that bathroom feeling literally like Hercules, like Superman. I'm like, yo, I can actually do it now. Let's go. And everybody's looking around at me like, you were in there for a while? And I was like, yeah, man. And I was like, finally, I did it. They were skeptical about what I was doing in the bathroom, but I really didn't care. Cause like, what were they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I already did it. You know what I'm saying? Catch me if you can, but like, I already did it. I go to bed that night. I have a wet dream cause that was like the first time I've ever done something. And it's now March 5th, right? So every time I'm out, right, I don't go to school. So I'm like, that would be cool if like a girl pulled up out of nowhere and then I got to like do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? Them POV ASMR videos, like I wanted to perform that. Like what the heck? I wanted to like do weird stuff, you know what I'm saying, with females. So like from the age of 13 to 15, I was just basically waiting for my turn to get that. And it's my birthday party thing or whatever. And first of all, I'm feeling like the man because I just had done the deed the day after. So I'm feeling like the man, right? So basically what winds up happening is we all decide that we're going to go to this place called Austin Park and Pizza. And essentially what this is like an arcade / like amusement park. We're on our way to go there, but we go at night. And it was an accident. Like we didn't even try to go at night. We just chilled the whole day. We woke up late. And so we were like, yo, we'll just go at night. When I tell you, this was one of the weirdest nights I've ever had, bro. So we walked into the establishment. We were all just planning to play some games, you know what I'm saying? Basically, when we go, there's 4 people. There's my dad, there's me, there's my other brother, and then my other brother. So I have 2 brothers. So there's my 2 brothers, my dad, and me, right? So we go into this thing. I'm ready to play some games, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also ready to scout for girls. I'm keeping a lookout. I'm feeling good, you know what I'm saying? The confidence is up. So we're on this roller coaster. It's just me and my youngest brother. On this roller coaster, there's 2 girls behind me. So what happens here is they wind up saying, I want to do something very highly sexual, you know what I'm saying? I want to do this. And my brother's like, hey, me too. And so we're all laughing, you know what I'm saying? Because he just says out of pocket stuff like that sometimes. But we're all laughing. And then from there, we all get to know each other's names. She had like some type of friend with her. So it was like a 2-man. I got the big one. My younger brother got the small one. And we basically just kicked it off. But the problem with that is she's very touchy, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I wanted this so bad, you know what I'm saying? For like the last 2 years, I've wanted this. But then when the opportunity presented itself, I was like, this is kind of weird, you know? And so I kept pushing her away. I kept walking away, and they're recording us at this point. They're like, we're just going to follow you. And so I'm talking like my brother, we moving at light speed. We're trying to like cut in and cut out the different ways because we're like, this is too much, bro. This is way too much. And they continue to follow us, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever, bro, whatever. And then they stopped trying. And then at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, we got to get them back. Even though I was just trying to run from them to other, like I genuinely didn't want to be with them no more. But I just like, when they went away, I just realized like, yo, do you know what you had? Do you know what you were trying to do this whole time? So I try to link back up with them one way or another. My brother sees somebody from his old school, you know what I'm saying? And he used to like, him and her were talking, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a day of weirdness. We're trying to get away, but then I wind up wanting to be with them again. So some weird stuff So it's like a chase. It's like me, them, just chase each other all night until we leave. And yeah, at that point, the demons really started to go in. I regretted that moment, and I was like, every time now that I go out with my dad, it's gonna be the thing to where I'm going to get a girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get one, and then I'm gonna do whatever I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever I want. And that was the demon spirit in me, that want, that drive, that everything. It was just horrible, bro. I was down bad. The definition of down bad, I was literally that. And this led my fat streak, that made it go all the way up. You know what I'm saying? My sex drive went all the way up. I was like, I'm just gonna do this night and day, and this is the best feeling I ever felt in my life, and only if I could reach that point of euphoria before. I struggled with this for 11 months. 11 months is how much I struggle for this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying. I really am trying. And I cried even. A couple times I've cried because I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out of it. Over a certain amount of time, I didn't feel manly. I didn't feel like I had a man presence over me, you know what I'm saying? I felt weird. Like, I didn't feel myself, and so I was just trying to stop. You know what I'm saying? The devil in the details. Like, it's just, I thought I was gonna get something, and then I got the exact opposite, you know? So it was horrible. It was a horrible thing to go through. It was a horrible thing that I'll never return to because it was just bad. I was crying to do. I was finding different restrooms and different showers in my bed as well. Like, I was just going in all day. It was just weird. This thing that lasted for 10 months, almost exactly. Like 10 months and I think 3-4 days. So my fat streak started from March 4th to January 6th. Now, here's the part, because I'm praying to God. I'm like, God, you can do anything. You are the number one, right? You are the person that's going to get anyone out of any situation they ask you to get them out of. You know what I'm saying? When David wanted to have a battle won for him, he went to God. Back literally last night, the devil literally tried to put malware and phishing links on my computer so it didn't work, so I couldn't make this video right here. He doesn't want me to make this video. Try to put viruses on my computer. I went to him. I asked God to fight my battle. My battle was fought. The next day, I woke up and it was done. Dude, the Most High is honestly amazing. I developed a hernia. Like, it was literally a third bulge, you know what I'm saying, in my ball sack. And I'm sorry if that's so graphic. I gained that from fapping. I was fapping like 2 times a day, and then it turned from like 2 times a day to like 1 time a month, you know what I'm saying? Like it decreased low and low because it was hurting, you know what I'm saying? It was really, really hurting. It was really irritating me. And I just kept going because it just felt good, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather feel bad later, but like feel good right now, you know what I'm saying? So that all had to change, but let's wait. I got 19 minutes left. Let me see. Okay. Basically, what happened after that was I kept fapping, and I kept doing that, and I kept repetitiously fapping until the point where I was like, this hurts so much, I'm gonna have to tell my mom some of this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to do it. So November rolls around, I do a 5-day fast, right? I'm like, I can't do this anymore. This is gonna have to stop, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to stop every single time, you know what I'm saying? But I fall even back into it after the fast, like 3 times more I do it after the fast, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know, like, if you're struggling with this, like, it's very hard, and I understand, and I get you, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy to go through this. This makes people feel like, you know, this makes people feel like breaking up marriages, you know what I'm saying? This makes people feel like never talking to a woman again. But I'm here to tell you that every man almost in this world goes through it. And it's just something you're gonna have to pray to God about. You're gonna have to stop trying to fight it by yourself. When I was trying to fight it by myself, I couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get to that here in a little bit. So I am telling my mom this stuff, and I'm like, this is hurting, and I'm gonna try to go on this fast. And you know what I'm saying? So I tell my mom about my hernia, you know what I'm saying? And she books a date for me to see a doctor on December 28th, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was December 28th. So I see this doctor, and I'm thinking wild thoughts. I was like, she's gonna be touching my area, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. I realized now that's like really highly weird. She's just doing her job, bro. It's just a doctor checkup, bro. Like, it's not nothing that serious. But back then I was hyped. I was like, let's go. I got in there. It was awkward. I had to drop my pants, but this is where I put myself, you know what I'm saying? So I can't even be too mad. But she checked like an x-ray, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was weird, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I go in, I get that done, I come out. One of them was just taking pictures, right? And then they transfer the pictures to the real doctor. So I'm with the real doctor now. Me and my mom go in her room, and she's basically talking about how I have a hernia. Now, I thought I had cancer, and I was like, God, this is how I'm going out. This is how I'm going out with testicular cancer. This is how I'm supposed to die. It's like, wow. Well, that was a good run. Like, I mean, I was just going. This is what was going through my mind. This was going through my head. I basically got the news that I had a hernia, and I was like, that's not as bad, but that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So she's like, he's gonna have to have surgery. You know, like we can't be letting him just walking around with a hernia. I had to get a hernia surgery. Actually, I made a song about it as well. I'll leave it somewhere in the links up there. But yeah, the day of my hernia surgery was January 24th, and I always remember this day, you know, because I was waiting meticulously on. I was waiting so hard, but from December 28th to January 24th was a rocky road. Now, let me tell you, had to abstain from this stuff for a month before I could even get the hernia surgery. And I was like, when I get this hernia surgery, I'm never going back. And so I'm in the closet because my mom is like, you can just chill out. Like, you have a whole hernia. You can just sit down, you can chill, you can do whatever you want, really don't care. So this went on for about, I'll say 3 weeks until my mom was like, it's kind of suspicious that you're in there for so much time, you know what I'm saying, doing this and that. And so in that closet, a lot of things happened. I was watching a lot of ASMR, I was fapping in the closet, but January 5th rolled around and I was like, this is the last day I'm doing it. I'm not doing this anymore, bro. This is over. And then I do it again, right? But then January 6th rolls around and I'm like, Most High, I really need your help. I'm praying to him at this point. I'm like, okay, there has to be a change. I tried my hardest. I'm watching the videos and I'm scrolling and I'm seeing these women, you know what I'm saying? And the devil's just making it really hard, but I fapped for the last time on January 6th. It was like 1 a.m. and I just came to that realization. I fapped for the last time. I had a sex dream somewhere on January 16th and that almost made me want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this is tempting, but it's also crucial that I stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I can actually die from this. This is something I can die from. This isn't okay to be, you know what I'm saying? You're not like every other male, you know what I'm saying? And then something goes off in my brain. The hernia surgery, what if this is the way he's going to make me stop doing it? You know what I'm saying? What if this is the way he's going to deliver me from masturbation? And I was like, wow. So I was mad at God, you know what I'm saying, all 2022 because I was like, he's not answering my prayers. I told him, hey, I want to get out of this, you know what I'm saying? This is not good for me. This is not good for our relationship. And I thought he wasn't answering the whole time, but he actually was. He said, just wait. And that's a lot of y'all stuff too. Your blessing, your breakthrough is about to be there. You just have to wait, you know what I'm saying? You have to wait for the right time. You have to wait on God's time for when he's going to do things in your life, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not up to you and you don't have the aerial vision. You know what I'm saying? You just got the straightforward human vision. You don't have the aerial vision. You're not looking down on the situation. You know what I'm saying? God is. So you have to consult with God and he can tell you where everything's supposed to play out and how it's supposed to play out if he wants to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he doesn't because he wants to do it on his time and reveal it on his time, you know? So January 24th rolls around. I'm actually celibate like throughout that whole time. So 8 days, what was it? It's from January 6th to January 24th. No, that's 18 days. My bad. So 18 days, I'm basically celibate and I'm just doing, you know what I'm saying, what I have to do and I'm just biting the bullet on all of the things. Like, I'm not even fapping. I'm not doing nothing. January 24th rolls around and the demons were heavy the night before. It was like, you better be, you know what I'm saying, healed in a little bit. So why don't you just do it real quick? There's no harm if you just go ahead and do it real. Like, what is the worst that can happen? You know what I'm saying? And the devil really almost tricked me. It almost got me, you know, almost got me to do it, but I couldn't do it, bro. Are you doing Nofap because you're about to have a surgery? Or are you doing Nofap because it's the right thing to do and you're having a surgery, you know? I wanted to do the right thing. I didn't want to do stuff just because I had a hernia. I wanted to do the right thing. That night was actually a breeze. I woke up and I was like, hernia surgery time, let's do it. So I put my clothes on. We drive like 40 minutes to go to the hernia surgery thing. We're waiting in the lobby for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Until it finally like, Mr. Washington, come forth. Yo. And then I was like, we're actually about to be saved. They take me to the place where they have the surgeries, you know what I'm saying? They tell me to put the scrubs on and everything like that. I'm scared, but I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? They say that they're gonna put some anesthesia in me and it's gonna be good. I got on the table, I put the mask on, right? The gas that makes you sleep. That was one of the weirdest feelings I've ever had, probably in my entire life. One of the weirdest feelings, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was falling asleep. I felt like I was a spirit, you know what I'm saying? My spirit was awake, but my body was done. I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? I slowly fell asleep till I woke up, right? I woke up, I was in a completely different room and I looked look to my side and I have like a cut. I have an incision with like tape on it. And the woman's like, don't take this tape off. The tape is gonna come off by itself, right? So that's cool, that's fine, that's what it is. And then I go home. I proceed to have some of the worst months of my life. Like first of all, I get back and my mom is so sweet. She got me a bed, you know what I'm saying, put in the living room, and I basically just got to watch a bunch of TV all day, you know. Got to watch a bunch of TV. I basically just lay down and rest, you know, because that's what my body needed at the time. So this happened for about 2 weeks. I then moved to this house that I'm in right now, you know. All of us moved, and it was a good move, you know. I didn't pick up many of the boxes because my stuff, you know. But then started to feel pressure, you know what I'm saying, because I was known for being, you know what I'm saying, the man really of the house, you know what I'm saying. So I felt bad that they were carrying the boxes by themselves, but it had to happen like that. So I then just proceeded to watch TV, just sit down, and I felt pretty useless, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just still going along with Nofap. And I'm already 2 weeks, because remember, I got to do this Nofap for, I'm at 3 weeks. By the end of the 2 weeks, it's already been, 3 or 4 weeks. So I've been like a month on Nofap now, you know. So we moved at the house in like February, you know. It's been like a month Nofap, and everything. I was so sensitive because I hadn't been touching my stuff. I just kept going on what I knew I should be doing, and that was it. Like, I wasn't gonna allow myself to slip up on here and slip up on there. But I will say, I made a video, an ASMR video basically, and I did research for the video, and a lot of that stuff really tripped me up, you know what I'm saying? I was really slipping at that point. Anyways, we gotta get to the meat of the situation. So I'm doing what I have to do for these months and months and months, and I get to the point to where I want to make a channel, right? So I made my channel. I'm basically teaching young men like me how to like go this many days on Nofap, but I'm realizing that I can't do that, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that myself, and I can't expect to teach people when I haven't even been taught myself. Like, you've only done 3 months, you know what I'm saying, compared to a year. You only done 3 months. You don't even know much about the situation. You can just tell what you feel, but like, you can't really be in a position to teach somebody something. You're not really there yet. Not there yet. So I keep going, but I don't realize this. So I keep making videos and keep making videos, and they're not getting any traction, not picking up, because I didn't have that confidence that I should have had, you know what I'm saying? And I would have had that had I waited, but I didn't. I just kept going. I kept going. So I'm like, you know what? People are talking about these YouTube shorts. People are doing this, you know that. And the YouTube shorts took off for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? They were getting thousands every time I posted. Like within 3 hours, it was like thousand views. And then it stopped, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, God, why? Like, that was probably the best run I've had ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was really getting the watch time. Like the views were going up. Like, it was looking up for my channel. I would have never made this channel had that happened. So now I see what the reason was and how he's doing things, you know what I'm saying, in life. And now I realize everything's for a purpose, you know what I'm saying? Everything's for something bigger. I'm doing this channel, everything just dropped. I get into a really depressed state in like August-ish, you know? Going to my dad's, and it's like in August, September-ish, October-ish. I'm going to my dad's, and I'm just trying to keep my balance, you know? I'm trying to keep steady, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to be there, but be strong enough to also withstand it. Also, I was feeling a bunch of stress about the channel, you know what I'm saying? And I was feeling a bunch of stress about what am I gonna tell these people next, you know? I'm not equipped. I knew that in my spirit, I wasn't equipped to tell people these things, but like, I kept doing it because I was like, I have to have something I'm doing. So just things like that. I didn't want to like stop though. I didn't want to stop, and I didn't stop. ASMR just really like had a hold over my life, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was doing it for research purposes at first at my dad's, but then it slowly, you know what I'm saying? I started looking at these women's Twitter, ask God, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you take this away from me? And that's why I tell you to pray. You know what I'm saying? Pray about these things, you know, because he'll take you out of it. He'll make there be a way for you to get out of it. You just have to ask him. You have to really want it, and you have to just wait, have faith. You got to be faithful, you know what I'm saying? And you got to really be trying, you know what I'm saying? But I was in a dark spot, you know what I'm saying? I hit a couple dark spots on this road, but what kept me going was knowing that there was something on the other side. Really just wait on your blessing. If God's gonna do something with you, or God said he's gonna do something with you, he's the God that makes no mistake. He doesn't make any mistakes. So every time you go on something, or every time something happens, it's for a reason, and it already in time was set to happen. So don't cry when you lose it, you know what I'm saying? Because those losses are just to teach you something better, you know what I'm saying? When I used to fail on Nofap, it used to be a thing to where I would like cry, and I would pout, and I would beat myself myself up, you know what I'm saying? That's no more though. That's no more. Because I know what my worth is, you know what I'm saying? I know that I can learn from my mistakes. If you don't make any mistakes, how are you gonna know what to do and what not to do? It's all about your faith, bro. But I don't know, back to the story. So I'm here, right? I'm at my dad's. I'm basically doing all this other stuff. I'm making beats. I'm slipping up a lot. God's like, okay, we're gonna note this. We're gonna note this all. I'm making beats though, because I'm like, by the time I get back home, I'm going to make this many beats and I'm going to post it to this BeatStar, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna post it to this website, right? God even puts a halt on that. But this is what he did. I am making beats one day and I'm just seeing my views go up, and they're climbing up on this channel that I have, right? First of all, I found out how demonic it was. My symbol back then was like a sideways cross. Now I realize that it's halfway through Christianity and halfway through Satanism. I didn't realize that before. No, I'm not an atheist, you know what I'm saying? I follow God, but it's like, I'm not really a Christian, you know what I'm saying? That's what I used to tell myself. But now I'm back up, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm doing the works, you know what I'm saying? But something hit me in my spirit. That exact day, I'm doing the beats and I'm doing this and my chest is going up. And as soon as I'm about to post my emblem on the internet, something said in my spirit, you're either going to do this or you're going to follow me. And I tried to shake it off. I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Nah. A couple hours later, I was like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I was sat in that chair just doing the emblem, and I knew this was not what God wanted me to do. I know that if I go too deep with this, I'm not gonna get out. And so I put two and two together, and a couple hours after that, I decided to delete the whole channel. So it's important to remember that endurance is key. I'm saying, like, from the time it was March 4th to November 11th, I was celibate, you know what I'm saying? I tried my best to do what the Lord said, you know what I'm saying? I succeeded, you know? And 2 months after that, which is now, you know what I'm saying? It's January 1st. Hold on, it's not January 1st, it's January 4th, 5th-ish. January 5th. Compared to now, I'm almost 1 year. Tomorrow is my anniversary for the year, you know what I'm saying? I did this. I worked hard for this. No matter what somebody tells me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do what the Most High said. No matter if they hate me, no matter if they decide to blackball me in the future, I gotta do what the Most High says. Abstaining from sexual sin, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you have that reverence for him, as long as you're not doing Nofap as in like, okay, I'm gonna do this off my power. No, you do it off God's power. God is the one to do that. You know what I'm saying? You need to pull up. If you let God do the rest, he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you leave something to God, he's going to do it. You gotta keep it going, man. Knowing that he's gonna do it on his time. It's not gonna be saying what I want or how I want it to be done. But at least God is gonna take care of me, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you keep that mentality, you're good to go. That basically sums up my whole testimony. Now, I'm finally starting to see some of the fruits of my labor. Thank God, thank all of you, you know what I'm saying, for helping me like reach the finish line. Because without this channel and starting all the support, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. Thank you. This was Love Y'all, Love God. I know this video was a little bit long, but thank you to the ones that stayed till the end. If you did, make sure to like and share on this video, and then also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for staying this long though, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you learned something, and I'm gonna be out. I love y'all, and yeah, that was my testimony.